most stupendous WrestleMania of all time. What was the tagline? WrestleMania goes Hollywood. So I went to WrestleMania in Los Angeles this year, and I go with my crew. We denoted as Team WrestleMania, and we just had some travel issues, and we missed our flight. Basically, we missed our flight getting there due to who knows why. One of them could be a rogue security agent checking IDs. It could be someone who booked and made my birthday the wrong date, perhaps. Or it could even be the foul sniffing dogs that they decide to test out of nowhere, like an RKO, decide to test the drug sniffing dogs or whatever. I think they were actually looking for someone in particular. I think we overheard that. They were looking for someone, but that person wasn't me, and it wasn't one of my 3 friends. I'll tell you that much.
Are you sure? Are you sweating right now? It might be you.
I don't know.
Well, I'm sweating because we had some of this Ciroc apple imported from the fine places of France. I already had one of those today, and for the people at home that don't know, Asian people don't handle alcohol very well. They do drink a lot. I do not, but with the It Doesn't Matter podcast, you know what, Abel?
My man.
Mother. Booyah!
Just like your shirt says, never give up.
Only
Earn the day.
Holy smokes. But we missed the flight. We lost an entire day due to travel issues. And what a way to kick off WrestleMania in Los Angeles is to do that. Fortunately, we didn't have any big plans on that Thursday. But it was all chalked up to just damn dog sniffers.
That's pretty funny because that day I texted you at work. It was like maybe like 2:00 in the afternoon Eastern time. Hey, buddy, hope you made it out there perfectly safe. Let me know how you did. He said, text me back. Man, I got a story to tell. Don't tell me. Like, all right,
don't tell. Hold off on it. You know, we landed in LAX. Live and die in the LAX. What's up, Homicide Hernandez? The solace is that once we landed, I was just like, come on, can we just get to the damn Airbnb, please? Like, we're done. But the man of the hour, the man with the power, Mitch Silver, he's the one leading our charge, leading our group, if you will. And we went to, he looked up we're there in Los Angeles, first time ever. We got to find some good place to eat. He found Dave's Hot Chicken, and it's got to be regarded as one of the best hot chicken sandwich spots in anywhere. And we went there, and it was pretty damn good. So.
Was it like Nashville hot chicken?
Yeah, it's Nashville hot chicken, yeah.
Hotter than that?
Huh?
Was it hotter than that?
Well, it depends if you get the mild like I did.
Nah. See, I like
Can't handle booze, can't handle the spicy. What a guy I am.
Never give up.
No.
Never give up. But we made it to the Airbnb at 1:30 in the morning, 1:30 a.m. Los Angeles time, which means it was 4:30 at East Coast time. We've been up for 24 hours.
Eesh.
And, as bad as I was, as my friends were, the big man, Mitch Silver, he stupidly, big man, he did not get any sleep at all.
What?
Leading up to the flight, just because that's how he is. He likes to gamble like the $1 Million Man. And these are his words. It was the worst day of his life, pretty much. But anyway, let's get on to the good stuff. Yeah, that was getting to WrestleMania, getting to Los Angeles. The next day we went to Disneyland.
There you go.
You ever been to Disneyland?
No.
Guys?
Been to
Land
Disney
the
World.
Nope, never been.
Disney World?
Still?
Never.
Oh, yeah, you got to go, bro.
When the kids get older, I'll definitely be out there.
Yeah, they'll appreciate it a little bit more.
I mean, I'm not a big Disney mark. There are lots of other people that are Disney marks, but I've been to Disney World a couple times in my life. Enough times. Yep. I'm not a big Disney mark, but I don't know. I like Disneyland a lot. Really? I really do. It's kind of smaller in a way, maybe it has to do with the humidity in Florida. That's disgusting.
Did you ride Space Mountain?
Woo!
Hey, you.
Again, I was like, we're there. We're just doing whatever the guy's doing. Though we did go on one ride. It was at the Star Wars land. I think it's called Rise of the Resistance. And, personally speaking, there are a few times in my life where I've been beyond truly happy and just smiling. You can't rip it off my face.
You're a Star Wars mark.
I like Star Wars. I like Star Wars.
One,
I'm a fan. And during that ride, one of those times in my life, the biggest smile and that so much joy, so much fun, and that was worth it. as advertised by another friend of ours there. But then after that, we just walked around both parks, and they have like a food and wine fest. So
Oh boy.
we had a big dinner that night at a nice restaurant. But man, if we did not get really full, because I was determined, Disney World, you've heard, Disneyland, gotta get the giant turkey leg.
Oh boy, yeah.
So I was eating stuff all day. I saw it at the end, and I decided I gotta get that turkey leg, and I did, and I ate that whole mother right there. It's really good.
So you fasted for damn near 2 weeks
That's
for
right.
a damn turkey leg.
I fasted.
That's what you did.
During the filming or editing of one of the It Doesn't Matter podcast, I was fasting, and it works.
Yeah.
It works when you can do it.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
It's
Yeah.
one of those things.
Glad you're back home. You're safe. But
Safe and sound.
we got some questions to ask
That's
you.
it.
All right, I got the experience. You got the questions. What you got? A
the
question
questions.
there?
So, night 1 and night 2, what was your favorite match?
That's an easy question for me to answer because you can watch a match. It can be the physicality, the athleticism. It could be the moments.
Yep.
The moments.
Yep.
But something that also brought me a lot of joy at WrestleMania and was great in every single aspect. The execution, the physicality, the storyline, the angle. The best match at WrestleMania night 1, night 2 was Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio.
Yes.
That
was
is the
good.
match I am most excited to watch again.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was the most marking out, popping in the stadium. Good Lord. I mean, that was just absolutely phenomenal. And so to answer your question, Dom, that was my pick for the best match WrestleMania weekend.
Now, how was the reaction when Dom came out in the paddy wagon with the mask on? Like, how was that?
Yeah,
like,
I was
you
curious.
being out there, because on TV, everybody's like, oh, shit.
I wasn't proud
That's a holy
like that.
shit moment right there.
That was effing hilarious. So freaking funny. And it was just the perfect thing. And that was a great entrance. And hopefully I don't spoil maybe another potential question you have. But Ray coming out to
Eddie Guerrero's
no, before that with Snoop Dogg. He came out to not Gin and Juice, but the Snoop Dogg song.
No, on TV, they had it was Eddie Guerrero.
it was Eddie Guerrero.
No, well, he came out with, I think he had 3 songs, and one of them was his song, of course, but he came out first to, maybe they didn't show it on the network. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. See?
The Dr.
That's what
Dre
happens.
song, Nothing But a G Thing.
Abel was asleep.
Yeah, I was knocked out. Night 1, I was knocked
All right,
out.
but first he came out with Snoop Dogg and the Lowrider with Ain't Nothing But a G Thing, and then it went to Viva la Raza. Holy and then it went, and I was like marking out crazy for that, and then it went to Ray's music, and that was so hot. That, oh my God, that was hot.
It was amazing, man.
Yeah.
Truly amazing. If you missed the Ain't Nothing But a G Thing, but that killed too, man.
See, I wish I was there.
Yeah.
I missed it. But.
We always miss something because it's not live.
Oh yeah, and you kind of don't want to watch it back because then you're like, I'm gonna forget. Like WrestleMania 20, I was there in Madison Square Garden, and I'll never forget like 2 things that they probably erased from the network. Ultimo Dragon slipping on his cape coming out to the ring, and I don't know, and at the end of the Stone Cold refereeing the Brock Lesnar Goldberg match, he got smacked in the face with a beer.
Really?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, they didn't show that.
He was like, give me one more. Walking up the ramp.
Oh,
Yeah, you
yeah.
definitely-
You're not seeing that.
He no-sold that and just walked right to the back, and that's like, ooh.
But you forgot one more thing about WrestleMania 20.
WrestleMania 20, yeah.
Chris Benoit won the title. Yeah, you know him.
I think he went to the Hall of Fame and he just disappeared after that. I believe.
What Hall of Fame?
Well, which Hall of Fame? It doesn't matter
It
which
doesn't
Hall of
matter.
Fame it was.
Not even Dave Meltzer's Hall of Fame.
Well, he got expunged from that one.
Yeah,
But,
sadly.
So one of my favorite matches for WrestleMania was night 2. It was Sheamus, Drew, and Gunther. And you know how I feel about hard hitting, no homo, big meaty men
Slapping meat.
slapping meat. Pause.
Yeah.
Yo, that's oh my god. Yo, it was the banger. How was it? How
Yeah,
was the crowd for that match right there?
I was curious about that, too.
Well, I gotta tell you, night 1 was remarkable in every aspect, except for maybe with the Pat McAfee Was that night one?
Yeah, that was a good surprise though when he came out.
Well, here's the thing with that segment. It's for me anyway. Like I am not I'm not a big Pat McAfee guy. He did, as a matter of fact, last year's WrestleMania, the most stupendous WrestleMania of all time. He had that match with Austin Theory, and I designated that as my bathroom break match because I wouldn't give 50 cents for Austin Theory, and Pat McAfee I didn't really care for. So I was like, that's my bathroom break match. Who knew that, the White Stripes Seven Nation Army song would absolutely rock the crowd, and then Stone Cold and Vince and all that stuff made it a big Gaga match, and it ended up being like the hottest thing at that show.
Yeah.
So I was, hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, man. I'll admit it to you. And so that was something. But Pat McAfee coming back for this,
They didn't do nothing for
crickets.
you? Really?
The crowd, really?
I think so. I mean, like, again, I'm kind of skewed because I'm not marking out for him, so I'm just observing, and I'm like, he did get a pop, but it wasn't like last year.
Okay.
We're not even close.
Really?
Yeah. So it was kind of that wasn't really a match, so you can't really count that.
It was a quick segment.
It was a segment.
Moment.
So for the advertised matches, everything on WrestleMania Night 1, great. WrestleMania Night 2 had a different feel, a different atmosphere. And I think Night 2s are always going to have that.
Yeah.
Which night you think was better?
Well, Night 1. But that being said about the three-way Intercontinental title match, it's kind of representative of how Gunther comes out. Drew comes out, he's going to get his pop. Sheamus comes out, he's going to get his pop. Gunther comes out, and he doesn't, to say he came out to like no reaction, that's inaccurate. He gets the kind of reaction where everyone acknowledges him, that he's got the respect. Everyone respects his talent, his skill, his presence. They respect
he's the
him.
ring general.
That's
He didn't
right.
get no reaction. Well, when
He gets the respect.
Ludwig,
They're not. Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
But Walter, Gunther himself, no, he got the respect. He didn't get the crickets. He didn't get the disrespectful crickets or the "Who are you?" No. He got respect from the crowd at WrestleMania. Granted, that respect might sound like apathy or no.
So it's kind of like the
noise.
Japanese crowd when you're watching.
Yeah,
They're just
really.
Like, they stay
Yeah.
hands quiet.
Yeah,
and
really
they just-
respectful.
They clap when they need to.
And yeah, if I could describe the crowd reaction to that match, it was just kind of like watching and just watching.
Out of respect, basically. They weren't trying to hijack the match.
No, they definitely were not trying to hijack the match. They were very respectful watching. They wanted to hear the slaps, big men slapping meat. They wanted to hear that.
Pause.
And by the end of that match, by the finish, man, that earned its stripes, So
You think that made Gunther a little bit more?
yes, and I mean, I see no reason why to break the record-breaking Intercontinental title run by SummerSlam. I think he's going to break it.
Yeah, I think
he's
we
already
talked
on
about
one.
Yeah.
But he's going to break the Honky Tonk Man's record or something like
Honky
that.
really ain't fighting nobody like that. Like his most match, the only match you remember from Honky Tonk is when he lost to Warrior.
Yeah.
That you can say.
That's the only thing I can remember.
Unless anybody else knows anything else.
He's the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time.
Yeah.
Honky
Sure.
Tonk Man.
So Michael Cole said that night. Did you listen to the playback? Did you watch it yet?
I did not. No, I did not watch
man.
WrestleMania
All right.
back.
So Michael Cole, he was on point that.
Yes.
During that match, the Intercontinental three-way
The whole
match?
show.
The whole show?
Michael Cole's overrated now.
I don't know if it's because Vince isn't really in his ear now, but oh my God.
Yeah, so Michael Cole said that night, and I know you heard it, and everybody know that the Intercontinental title is one of my favorite titles of all time. He said that is the working man's title. And everybody said, even Bruce Pritchard said back in the day that the Intercontinental title is the working man's title, and the heavyweight title is the one that put butts in the seats. Do you feel that way?
It makes sense when they want it to make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, the working man's Intercontinental Championship definitely doesn't apply to Ezekiel Jackson.
No.
Nah.
Doesn't apply to
Not during that time period
It's
when
like-
that belt didn't mean anything.
but
So from like the 80s, 90s,
Mid
and then
Mid-
it died.
twice.
It died right then. Then like early 2000s, okay.
Yeah, when Edge had it and
Edge,
Kurt.
Eddie, Benoit, and
Yeah.
all of them, and then it just faded to black until Cody came back, brought the white title back out,
Yeah, I agree.
and then Ziggler made the belt, prestigious, and
Ziggler is another guy that
can't forget the Miz.
I was gonna say the Miz.
Yeah.
The Miz too.
So the Miz makes anything look relevant nowadays.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what he's doing. Like he's gonna be one of those guys when he's gone. We're gonna unappreciate. We're gonna be like, yo, we appreciate this guy.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, exactly. So my question is like, who do you think is like the greatest worker for the Intercontinental title? Who you think got that
Of all time?
All time.
If you could. I mean, greatest worker?
Greatest worker.
Well, you can't go wrong with Bret the Hitman Hart. He truly is the excellence of execution. When I'm at work and I am a details oriented, try to do things right. So if I could put that in wrestling terms, I am the excellence of execution. I am Bret the Hitman Hart at my job. And that's a great person to admire for that respect, because even if I watch classic wrestling matches now between, say, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, I will tell you, at that time, I started getting into wrestling around late 95, 96. Shawn Michaels was the formative guy of that time. But if I go back now to watch any match, I don't want to see a Shawn Michaels match, really. I want to watch Bret Hart matches.
Yeah.
Bret's the man.
Yeah.
He's the man. So
It's
best
funny.
there is, best there was, and the best there ever will be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Time goes on, and with the Intercontinental title, so that's a certain era. But if he had to pick more people as a working man's Intercontinental Championship, it's tough to pinpoint a guy exactly. I mean, you can shout out Cody Rhodes for bringing back that Intercontinental belt. Randy Orton and Edge, they had that feud in around 2004. Randy Orton brought some prestige back to that title. So just because I can't think of anyone else immediately off the top of my head, I'll say that Randy Orton was a very influential Intercontinental Champion for his time.
Yeah, that's something that we miss about that too, because how long did he have the belt? He didn't have it too long.
What, his first go round?
Was that Hitman?
No,
Or you talking about Orton?
Orton? I believe he beat RVD at Armageddon, December 03, and he held it till...
That's when he was in Evolution, right?
Yeah, he was in Evolution, and he lost it, unfortunately, at the Hartford Civic Center at Vengeance when I was sitting second row behind the Spanish announce table.
That's 2004, right?
That is 2004.
Ooh.
I remember. I didn't go to that one, though.
I had the Legend Killer Tour shirt, and I was all Ortoned out, and then he freaking lost to Edge that night. It was like, yo, no! I was so disappointed, but you gotta let the storylines play out because he won the world title the next month.
Rated RKO.
That's right. Yeah.
That's it.
At that, wrestling matches over time have changed a lot because the modern era, you could say maybe from
it's more luchador now, more luchador oriented.
Maybe 2014 and up.
Yeah,
maybe 20. Around that time, 2014 and up. It's just been a working class talent roster. But before that, so there's so many great matches like all the time. Before that era, between the Ruthless Aggression era, and the tail end of the Attitude era,
it was more character based.
The great matches in the ring were few and far in between. So Randy Orton and Edge at that Vengeance, I thought was one of the best matches I've ever seen at that time.
Yeah,
of course, it's been eclipsed by going to the Ring of Honors and the Supercards and the AEWs over time. But at that time, it was one of the best matches.
I got a question. Do you agree that they say Kenny Omega is the greatest worker right now in wrestling?
You got to pick someone, and you got to, if you have a question and answer like that, you got to find who's your competition.
Even admitted it. Even Ric Flair said it. He said that he is the best wrestler right now, bar none. Like, even better than him. I think he agreed it. I know it's tough.
Kenny's. Go ahead, you answer that.
So what's the proof in the pudding for Kenny Omega is his matches. He has a series of matches with the same opponent, Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker. And I like Okada too. I really do a lot, and Kenny Omega. And you can go all day with this, but I'll give you this. My BFF. Rest in peace. Drink one for you, Ulysses. He watched wrestling like most people back in the day, Attitude Era, and he only followed it because of me, because I still watch, right? So I was like, dude, watch this New Japan stuff with me. Watch this stuff. And he's kind of cynical. And he watched an Okada Kenny Omega match. He was like, yo, this is lit. I'm like, outsider, not a fan. Not a fan. He was like, this shit's hot. And it's like, what else do you need, man? You impress the non-fan, impress the fans. Yeah. So so you put them together, Kenny Omega and Okada. I mean, who else do you want to put in that field? Do you want to put Roman Reigns in that field? I would say go take yourself outside and do something with yourself. Seth Rollins, yes. Seth Rollins is a great wrestler, but
I don't like his character because I don't understand it. Even I know it's dumb. It's like a Joker thing, but it's like
that reaction was dope. How was that reaction? We get back to that kind of question, but how was that reaction with Seth at WrestleMania?
What's more over, the song or the gimmick or the character or the wrestler? I would tell you it's the song. Yeah. And even me, I like Seth Rollins back then. I also agree. I don't like Seth Rollins' character now. Especially when they have that conductor out there.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. I didn't follow what the guy was doing, but
just had it on repeat.
I was WrestleMania, man.
They go all out.
Yeah.
I go all out, man. I'm a different person when I'm at WrestleMania. Shoot, that's the whole time of year you can go buck wild.
It's a time of year, though.
It's an emotional time for tears or for
yeah.
And that was a hot entrance coming out with that Jeff Jarrett singlet thing.
I thought it was Shawn Michaels, man. He had the Shawn Michaels vibes in with the chaps. And,
that singlet, the collar.
Shawn had it too with the
not like Jarrett. That was his uniform. That was his outfit.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
And then Logan Paul coming out, Shawn Michaels style with
I said that last week in the podcast. I said Vince probably had to try that. He tries everything.
Yeah. There's no way.
Wasn't going to be Triple H. He got a bad heart, but
Oh, damn, Dom, really?
I'm just speaking the truth.
You always got to...
Hey, I'm speaking the truth.
As the Commandant once said in the Truth Commission, the truth will hurt.
The Commandant.
All right, so back to that Kenny Omega. Is he the greatest?
Right now?
Right now?
I mean, his real prime was maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah. I can't say right now just because I haven't seen enough of him right now. Just because of all the injuries.
Best in-ring athlete or best overall? I mean, best overall.
It's got to be overall.
It's got to be overall, yeah.
Because Flair said he's better than Shawn Michaels.
For Flair to say that?
Flair says lots of things.
I disagree. Yeah, Flair likes University of Georgia, Michigan, LeBron, Steph Curry, Derek Jeter.
This is Ric Flair right here. This is how many great wrestlers I can call at the same time in any given year.
Ashley should have been the main event. She won Royal Rumble.
I'm sorry.
That's Ric
I know
Flair.
That's your daughter. I get it. Charlotte is
one
of the greatest women, if not the greatest women wrestler of all time.
It's all about the story, but it is what it is. But
that wasn't the story, though.
I mean, who else can you say? Do you have another choice for
all time?
Right now.
To take Kenny Omega's place, Ric Flair calls Kenny Omega the greatest right now. Who else would it be then, in your opinion?
Can't call nobody right now.
I can't even call Kenny all.
If you say Logan Paul, I quit the show.
I'm about to walk out too.
He didn't renew his contract, but I don't know. You know how I feel about
Spot Fest.
You know how I feel about the Spot Fest. You know how I feel about AEW. Got too many people on their roster. Let Kenny get away from the elite. Let him do the whole singles run. Because I'm not really familiar with his New Japan. So I seen key match. I seen him and Jericho. I seen him and Okada plenty of times. I seen that. But all right, break away from this tag team shit. Let me see you do the damn thing single style.
I can tell you this regarding Kenny Omega as the cleaner Kenny Omega versus. What's his current? Does he have a current gimmick right now?
No, when he was the best bout machine.
He's still the cleaner, the best bout machine. That was his best years. The music, that's a different character. That's a different Kenny Omega. When he went back to Wrestle Kingdom this year to face Will Ospreay, that was the GOAT Kenny Omega.
Oh, wow.
Kenny Omega in AEW as part of the Elite, the 6-man tag, the trios champions.
So he's holding back, basically.
That's a different Kenny Omega as well. So, and even on Dynamite,
but you got to figure TV. You don't want to
but
kill yourself.
But Kenny Omega, he
do that
defends
shit every damn week. All these damn spot fest, man. Come on, man.
Man, we all know.
But Kenny Omega defended the IWGP US Championship on Dynamite against, I think, Jeff Cobb or somebody.
Yep.
And he came out to his old New Japan music.
Yeah.
He still had like the aura of a different Kenny Omega, of the New Japan Kenny Omega. He wasn't the Carry On My Wayward Son Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the WrestleMania in New Orleans, I think that's when it was like the ladder match for NXT, Velveteen and Adam Cole and all them.
Oh man.
Speaking of a race from history.
Yeah, I didn't go to that show. I went to the Ring of Honor show because I wanted to see Cody and Kenny. That was a match that had me sold.
So my friend Eric, he wore the Supercard of Honor shirt from that show for night 2. Wow. Sadly, maybe we'll get to that point. I know we will.
I know we will. Baby.
Yeah, we were there. That Supercard of Honor show in New Orleans. Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes main eventing. First and foremost, show went overtime. I missed a midnight crawfish boil because of it. 2 or 3. Woo! What's in the Ciroc? That's how I pronounce it.
It doesn't matter.
It does not matter at all.
But when the show was out, it was like a rainstorm, right? Do you recall? Rainstorm up the ass, could not get an Uber, could not get a Lyft anywhere. And like the seats we had, they were the absolute worst, one of the worst seats I've ever sat in.
Where'd you sit?
It was like this weird like corner in front of the stairwell thing. I thought it was cool when I bought the tickets, or whoever bought the tickets, but sitting there, it was like the worst seat imaginable. And it was the whole show, it was just very disappointing. Especially, I think Cody won. Yeah.
I think so.
We want Kenny to win. I haven't talk about something I haven't seen back. I haven't seen that match back, but
I need to
I think Cody did.
I need to rewatch that whole show, man. It was crazy. I was there by myself.
yeah,
I took an Uber. Some random people. You going to the show? I'm like, yeah. You want to take the Uber? Okay.
You know,
I'm in with you. So
I'm gonna shout out a dude, Eric Benjamin. He's a dude I met in Miami, WrestleMania 28 in Miami. I was waiting at the hotel, waiting for a cab ride, and I was wearing the Hall of Fame Shawn Michaels T-shirt, and I think he was wearing a Shawn Michaels shirt as well. And he's like, "Hey, what's up? What's up? You going to the WrestleCon or whatever?" I'm like, "Yeah, you want to share a cab ride?" And we shared one, or I drove him. I don't know. Either I drove, but we shared a ride together. And Eric, that's the last time I saw you, but we're still Facebook friends, and we're still liking each other's stuff. So shout out to you, my friend. Meeting fans at wrestling shows.
Yeah.
that's it. That's how I met my man Adrian down in Atlanta. He was on his way down to, was it New Orleans? I believe it was New Orleans.
Yeah.
But we still keep in contact, still talk wrestling, and I support his podcast. We're all marks anyways, pod.
We're all marks.
Yeah, we're all marks.
Yep.
Yeah. That's how it is. Yo, wrestling is a society, man. Like the fans is society.
It really is. However,
You see a T-shirt. Like I had somebody break their neck last week. Like I had a Kevin Owens hoodie on. You know, KO fight Owens fight. Next thing you know, somebody. Like, I called him earlier. I said, "Yo, somebody's walking down the street with an Owen 316 T-shirt."
You don't find that too often.
I don't know. That shit's so faded. You can tell that shit's back from the 90s. But
I mean, WrestleMania weekend is such a tremendous time because it's our weekend.
Yes.
It's our weekend to be us. Everyone's a friend.
My thing is, though, why do you got to hide your fandom? I don't care.
A lot of people did that for some. I don't know.
I don't care. Like, yo, you know how many fans are?
It was like a secret cult back in the day. I don't know. People just.
I don't give a shit.
It wasn't cool back in the day. I don't know. It just faded out. I don't know.
Well, a lot of the people I come across, they're just like,
for it.
"Oh,
come on.
You still watch that?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's kind of like if you were a kid and you're watching Disney movies, and it's like you still watch it as an adult. I'm like, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just So you just WrestleMania weekend, you just see a bunch of other fans, and you know, and if you're ever lost during WrestleMania weekend, just follow the guy in the foot wrestling shirt.
That's so true.
You'll find your way.
Or if there's ever any events, you just see the belts. Where are you going? I'm going there.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I attract like some crazy ass fans. I don't know why.
Every time we go out, bro. Every time.
Anyone in particular?
They just see me and they just want to have like a full blown conversation.
Yeah,
and then they get me all worked up and. I'm talking shit to them.
What was that one guy that asked? He told you about his top 5 best heavyweight champions, and we looked at him like, who?
Oh, so I remember you talking about. I remember last year we went to Dallas. There was some dude. Yeah, he's from Connecticut, and I used to see him at the bars all the time. And he went down there. He's by himself, so I know this dude's a loner. I hope you watch this podcast. And then this motherfucker was mad that Bianca won last year in Dallas.
Are you serious?
He was pissed off. Like, we seen him in the bar. I'm like, yo, aren't you from Connecticut? He's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, man, the show was good, except for when I had Bianca win. I said, what's wrong with that? She lost every single match at NXT. She didn't deserve it. I'm like, yo, she worked her ass off. I got so mad, I just walked away from the dude. I'm like, yo. Fucking loner. like, come on, really?
Kamadam.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to my friend, the notorious Mitch Silver, and like we were making a joke during our LA trip. I was like, we're talking about this podcast. I was like, Mitch, you should have your own podcast called the Mitch Silver is Always Right podcast. And because he's got strong opinions too, but he disliked Bianca Belair a lot. He was just like, I don't see it. I just don't get it. I don't see it. I'm like, dude, how can you not see it?
What don't you see?
Exactly. What don't you see? To his credit, and which is why the I'm Always Right podcast is a funny idea coming soon to a network near you. Not really, but he finally came around to Bianca Belair. So I'm like, all right, that's fair. That's fair. You're a man. You had your opinion. You changed your mind because you saw some evidence. I'm like, you cannot deny whether you like her gimmick, you like her personality, the way she speaks. You cannot deny her athletic ability in the ring.
Oh, no.
She's nasty.
She's probably...
She's sneaking up there like Gunther with the long-ass title ring.
I don't know who's more athletic, her or Charlotte.
Oof. Bianca is.
I'll have to say so.
Bianca. Okay, if you want to delineate it right now, Bianca, I would say
too.
is a tremendous overall athlete. Not saying Charlotte is not a tremendous overall athlete, but when you watch her wrestle, she's a great pro wrestler. Bianca seems like she's great at everything. She could be great at volleyball, track, whatever. Charlotte, she's probably the same, but
she's the EST. The fastest, the best, the
quickest.
I got mocked for this. I did not know what that gimmick was when I first heard it.
No, I didn't know either.
I didn't know what that meant either.
And then when she finally told us what, I was like, oh, okay.
Like,
how do you feel about her entrance?
Oh man, I'm a big Bianca Belair mark, and she had an incredible Tampa WrestleMania, incredible Dallas WrestleMania, and so. High hopes because she was facing Asuka this year, and we're like, okay, the build isn't that great, but we can at least hope for a really good match. And she had a great entrance last year with the marching band.
Yep.
That was hot. And this year she had the local dance troupe, and well, we can say it without saying it, but we'll get into it anyway. The story with the contortionist. Her mom died,
earlier that day. Yep.
And that's a wild story in itself. But as for the entrance. Oh man, it was so cool. A little bunch of mini Biancas whipping and dancing. Oh man, it was just so awesome.
It was good.
Yeah, it was a tearful moment. It was a good time.
The match was
yeah.
The match was good. It was not great, but
it was solid.
The finishing scene. I mean, in a previous podcast of the IDM podcast, I mentioned how. The KOD, she has like this snap to it. She just nails it and the snap to it. I don't think she really had that in this match with Asuka. However, the finishing sequence was pretty awesome, I thought. Because especially trying to avoid the mist and so it.
I'm surprised she never got hit with the mist in the whole rivalry.
Yeah.
Not one time.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that.
That was I don't know that. I didn't like the finish.
I didn't
maybe not the finish itself, but the sequence.
Nah, because the ref got bumped, and then she missed the mist, and
it just went everywhere.
It was I don't know. It just
it wasn't as good as her and Sasha and Becky.
Yeah,
but it was not a disappointment, not a true disappointment. So
you can't go wrong with Mercedes right now.
Yeah,
Mercedes Moné.
Yeah. She was. They had a recent
Moné.
New Japan Sakura Genesis show. Headlined by Sonata, winning the IWGP title against Okada.
Yep.
And a long time coming. And what's great about New Japan in a way, it's like no one talks about it. So I was able to watch it on delay, like the next day, 24 hours later, without being spoiled. And so I'm like, all right, here's Sonata's big chance. He won the New Japan Cup, and he's gunning for the title. He changes music, changes gimmick, changes look, changes faction. And it's like, how can this guy lose? He's dead in the water if he loses right now.
He was with Evil at that one point, right?
Yeah, Sonata and Evil were a great tag team. And he had that match with Okada. It was a good match. He won the title, and it was worthwhile. It was fun. I was always a Sonata guy.
Would you recommend that match?
I would check it out for sure. Yeah. Also during that card was Mercedes Moné facing off against two fine Japanese lady athletes that I don't know the name of, and that was a good match too.
How is she doing over there? Because I haven't been able to.
She's
watch.
the champion.
I know that. But
she beat Kairi Hojo.
Well, yeah.
She should put somebody through a table or whatever out there, like some press conference.
How is the competition for her? Does it seem like they're even closer to her level, or?
I've heard good things from the Stardom or Joshi promotions, so I hear good things about it. I haven't checked them out. Watching this match in particular, I had high hopes, high expectations, but I wasn't disappointed. It was an entertaining match. I think everyone involved did pretty well.
It's not like her and Charlotte though. Or her and Bailey.
Because unless you're a fan of those Stardom athletes, you don't know them. You don't know their character. You don't know their moves, their gimmick. So you're just trying to watch it with an open mind.
Yeah.
The kind of match where you polite applause, So I didn't know the characters. But I didn't, if it's a bad match, you'll call it right away. Oh, this is bad. Like last night on SmackDown, Shinsuke and Madcap Moss. A lot of bad, clunky stuff in that. Not a good match. Not a good match back for Nakamura to come back to. But the Mercedes Moné match with the three-way, that was a good match. No mess-ups. Not really. Nothing like that. So that was Sakura Genesis.
Now that you mentioned Shinsuke, how the hell you fucked that up?
It's Madcap Moss.
He had to get a tune-up match. No, man. His last match was the Great Muta. It's been months.
How do you have him lose to AJ? I mean,
that's still a mystery to me.
AJ is phenomenal.
Well, they thought
you're a global company, and because the guy can't speak English like the way you want to, are you kidding me?
Well, I can't speak English.
He can speak English.
He's gotta be a bad guy.
Come on, man. Yo, he was hot.
Hey, man, Kane was hot. Hey. He couldn't barely speak. And he lost it.
He beat Stone Cold.
I did it for the Rock. Oh, no, I did for the Rock, but whatever the fuck you said.
The Rock wasn't anything yet.
I was thinking the same thing.
Exactly, but I don't know, man. It just
that was
flip a coin wrestling for them, man. That's
but you can't. When a guy's that hot, how the hell you have him and Oscar lose the same night? Oscar, I can understand.
Well, they're Japanese.
Yeah, fuck that, man. I don't know. He could have been the number one guy.
Well, that was something where they're trying to build more of a WrestleMania moment by having him turn heel with the uppercut and the gonads.
I get it, but come on, that's when you make somebody.
Well, they thought
not that he wasn't already over, but
I agree. I think Shinsuke should have won. I think Samoa Joe should have been the world champion.
Yo, Samoa Joe with that fight he had with Brock Lesnar.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Ooh. Yo.
So
I wasn't gonna ask you about the Cena and Theory match, but you got my man's shirt on. So how you feel about that match?
Well, so going, they had the WrestleMania Access was free to go into this year.
Where's it?
Really?
Is it in the Superstore now, or
it was a combination Access Superstore. We just went for the free version of it. But going into WrestleMania, you want to wear a shirt to represent. You want to wear a shirt for WrestleMania. You have an idea behind it. I didn't really bring anything in particular with me to wear to the show, especially if there's a night one, night two.
Yeah. I see you with the IDM Pod t-shirts. IDM Pod merch coming soon.
Yeah, it will be.
It's coming soon, real soon.
Big logos.
They didn't make you turn it all upside out?
What's that?
Nah, he ain't the big boss, man. He ain't getting kicked out. So,
but
a fan got kicked out for dressing him as the big boss man. Come on. He's impersonating a law officer.
WWE, really?
They should have threw that motherfucker out as dressed as the Mountie. Nobody care about Canada.
Arguably, Ray Traylor, if that's his real name, was also impersonating a police officer.
Yeah. No, he was a cop, though.
But going into WrestleMania, going into the Superstore, knowing that I didn't have a shirt I was really proud of to go wear the show, I was open to the idea of wearing a brand new shirt, which I would never do because
buying a shirt at a live event is a chump move, okay? You're going to spend $45 on it. Wait for that 20% off sale only today using promo code SAVINGS. It's a chump move. So if you do it, well, you're helping the economy. Thank you. But you're a chump if you buy at the live show. However, going in there, as soon as I laid eyes on this shirt, I mean, if you can tell or not,
shirts, though.
This is a G.I. Joe Hasbro toy action figure style shirt. And I was going to write a blog about this, basically saying, like, I have never been a Cena mark. Never.
Not one time?
I like him, but you can never get me to admit that I was like a Cena guy. I was always Team Rock or, things like that. Never even bought a John Cena shirt. Not the orange one, not the purple one, not the yellow one, not the green one. No Cena merchandise whatsoever.
Eyebrow.
No Fruity Pebbles. But this shirt I thought was hot. And as a matter of fact, it's been validated because walking around SoFi Stadium, bunch of people were like, yo, where'd you get that shirt? I'm like, dumbass, it's at the merch stand. To be fair, it wasn't, there's like merch stand was like double-sided. Yep. So it was on one side.
Okay.
But a lot of people were like, yo, where'd you get that shirt? I'm like, it's hot. It's brand new. I got it at Access. And this is an XL shirt because I'm in shape. I'm not in shape. I am A shape. Probably a pair. But I bought this shirt. This was $40. But it fit good. It's an extra large. It fits good. It looks good. And it fit with the theme of going to WrestleMania. Like, yo, I got some hot merch to wear to WrestleMania, baby. And just the unfortunate part was he opened night one. So after that happened, it's kind of like, well, I think I need a new shirt.
I'm wearing night two now. God damn it.
We're going to spoiler alert, I wore this for night two because we like to take a group photo.
Yeah.
We didn't have, speaking of lateness, we made it barely enough time for WrestleMania night one, but we didn't have time to take a group photo. So we were like, all right, well, night two, thank God, night two, we're going to take that group photo. I was like, fuck it, man, I'm going to wear this again. So I wore this for both nights of WrestleMania. Kayfabe broken.
Hey, man, you got no deodorant stains on there, so you good.
Yeah, man. No one can tell. Speed stick gel. But the Austin Theory and John Cena opening, hey, man, there was no kickoff match. There was no pre-show.
Really?
That was the first match.
Really?
It was hot. It was lit. And
really?
It was, this is a barn burner, man.
All right, so from last week, I told Abel in the reaction show, I said, you don't kick off WrestleMania like that. Like, it's cool seeing it come back with the Make-A-Wish kids and all that stuff like that, but we did not know there was no pre-show match.
Yeah.
We did not know that. So maybe that was a good way, hearing Cena's theme song to kick off the show, you know?
I'm thinking maybe he had to go film the movie and leave WrestleMania early. Like the Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins kicking off the show that time.
What was that about? He just wanted to go back home?
Brock, throughout his time in WWE, he's always had like, I'm going to go back to UFC. He doesn't talk like that, but he's like, I'm going to go back to UFC. That's more of Brock Lesnar's voice. Come at me, bro. But that's what I think. It is a hot way to kick off the show. And
speaking of UFC, we'll talk more about that down the road with the whole merger. How you feel about that?
I don't really care. They didn't sell it to the Saudis, so that's more important.
Yeah.
They can sell it to whoever domestically. So that's all that matters.
How do you feel about that? The whole
selling the company
with UFC under their belt too.
There's
gonna be crossover.
It doesn't affect me. It doesn't bother me. I don't really care either way. It's we'll see where it goes. Like I said, if they sold to Saudi, that would bring some emotions. Just selling to another company inside the US. UFC, it's like doesn't really.
I already know
spark anything for me.
My prediction for WrestleMania Backlash for Cody and Brock.
Hey,
somebody's coming out.
We didn't get that far yet.
We'll talk about that.
Hey, man. So you know what?
Go.
It's that time. Everybody put their drinks up. Finish your Ciroc. Get your beer up.
Let's finish.
We're gonna acknowledge the tribal chief again.
Oh. What?
You chose Cody. You chose Cody. I told you who I want to win.
Wait, I'm toasting to you're making fun of us? Nah.
Yeah, fuck you.
Hey, man. The tribal chief won. I told you.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
I mean, there have been moments in WrestleMania live history where the crowd went silent. And one of those moments was The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar in New Orleans.
Yo,
I was there.
I could not get through to you. I was like, this can't be real.
I had goosebumps literally. My shit.
Let me tell you this
I
about.
just thinking about it. Oh,
Yeah. I think it's the booze.
The shit didn't hit me until like I said, I was there. I seen the shit. I seen the 1, 2, 3. It didn't process. Like it still didn't process.
At least 2-3 minutes.
Undertaker?
For Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. It didn't process until on the big Titantron, that shit said 21-1.
Dude, that you could write a whole documentary just on the 10 seconds between the pinfall and the aftermath.
Do you think Paul even knew? Because even he said, like, you can hear him clear as day. My God.
You can't fake that.
No, you can't.
Paul is that good, though. He is.
He can't know that result for that.
I think more people know than we want to believe.
Man.
But yes, man, that the Undertaker Brock Lesnar finish at WrestleMania 30, absolute silence, stunned. Everyone had that black dude's face with the glasses. Everyone had that face. Could not believe it.
I'm honestly glad that wasn't the end of the show.
I mean, no one gave a crap about that.
You want to talk about a riot?
Imagine. Would it be a riot? I don't know. Would it be a riot?
Thank goodness for Daniel Bryan.
Yo, that would be a riot. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Everybody would just been leaving like, wait, what the fuck?
Yo, that would be a riot.
You'd have to tune in to Raw the next night.
The way people felt about that night. Oh my God.
Well, the way they felt about that match that night was they didn't care. So if they presumably,
they presumed, but like
presumably Undertaker would have won, and then we'd be like, oh, great, 22-0, and it just I think they had to do it, and you know, I tell you what, Brock Lesnar was cold at that time. That him beating the streak propelled him to where he is right now.
So. You think so?
Yes, because
he was killing everybody.
He lost to John Cena. The first month back, he lost to Triple H. I mean, Triple H got his win back, but he lost to Triple H.
Yep.
Brock was a chump because that's how they booked him when he came back. But the moment he beat Undertaker, he went onto that SummerSlam to whoop John Cena into submission. And
he suplexed that man so many damn times, man. Oh,
I got concussions for him. Sheesh.
Pause.
Oh. Man, I got pause, man.
But let me tell you something, brother. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns in the main event. When that match was over, when that pinfall happened, when all that
I was getting ready to
schmoz happened, it was 50-50. People loving Roman, people sad Cody lost, like really sad. People loving Roman, people really sad. That was the reaction. That was a good reaction. What was a bad reaction was New Orleans Part 2, Roman and Brock in the main event. Yeah. That ending pissed everybody off. But this one, Roman and Cody, you pissed off the fans that wanted Cody to win, but the people that wanted Roman to win, did I just say that wrong or right? The people that wanted Cody just to win. We're clear one more time.
Go ahead.
This is on Botchamania. It was with Hogan and Vince at WrestleMania 19. So SmackDown was pre-taped back then, right? So the Botchamania was Hulk Hogan saying, "You know what, Vince? If I was the right gay guy." Okay. And so he kept messing up, right? So he was like, it was pre-taped, so just do it again, right? So Hogan, "You know what, Vince? Let me say it one more time just to get it right."
Even though they're taped.
Because he said, so I do that joke in real life. No one gets it. I don't know if you guys would have gotten it without the explanation, but that's why I do that.
I probably would have got it.
He's the right gay guy. You know.
I've seen a lot of Botchamania, so I probably would have figured it out.
So let me say it one more time just so we're clear. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? So, yes, the Cody fans were disappointed and sad. The Roman fans were happy and gleeful that he won. It really, truly was 50-50. And that was a better reaction than the worst reaction I ever saw live at WrestleMania, which is Roman and Brock Lesnar.
So how was the overall reaction in that main event match? Because on TV, it seemed like when Roman came out, his theme song, everybody acknowledged him, of course. Cody came out, wow! Everybody loved that shit. And then when Roman
did they make the right move?
Cody.
My question is for that.
What?
Did they make the right move, in your opinion?
Well, it's two questions. First question is, Just like the reaction was when the match ended 50-50, it was 50-50.
Not the whole match, because it seemed like...
I would say so, yeah.
It seemed like...
There was not.
When Cody went hot, it seemed like...
There was no majority. No.
Really?
I think even Roman fans would acknowledge that they pretty much thought they'd put money on Cody winning. Especially, here's the moment where we thought Cody was winning. When he fucking had kissed up his baby at ringside.
Yo, you said that
Saw
too.
-1.
I told him beforehand. I said, you remember when Roman lost to Brock when he had his whole family in the front row? I said, why couldn't it happen to Cody?
You said that
Why
too.
couldn't it happen to Cody? Kissing the baby, kissing his wife, -1.
I can tell you, I never watched that match back. I stopped that show after one of my favorite WrestleMania matches of all time, Ronda and Kurt Angle and Triple H and Stephanie.
Really?
I stopped the show after that. It's not worth it.
Really?
Oh.
That's like my favorite match, and it's like I don't want to see the rest.
I can see they're keeping Ronda away from Becky.
Bad times.
Yeah, because she'll be new tag team champion. We're not going to talk about them tonight. But did they make the right call?
Did they make the right call?
Roman getting the dub. I told you he's going to break that record, and that's going to be May 27th.
No, not really breaking record, but just hitting that 1,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The 1,000-day record.
It'd be worth it.
He's not going to. I mean, the next record he has to beat is like Bruno Sammartino.
He's not
isn't
beating
it?
that shit would take till 2029.
Right.
He's not going to do that.
No way.
I think that if Roman retaining the title, you have to have the idea. Where's it going? Who's it going to? The only person you can conceivably think of that he hasn't destroyed, smashed, stacked, and pinned is Gunther. He's beating everybody else.
You said that too.
So where do you go? It's like you have to have a plan for next year's WrestleMania or whenever. So it's like Cody was reasonably a good person to drop the title to. Flash forward a little bit, flash back a little bit, this past week on A&E Biography.
Hold on. I see where you're going.
He's got something for that.
All right.
Gonna hold my pose.
Before we get there, so last week I said that you said it's completely 50-50, but from on the TV perspective, it seemed like the fans
They turned
and went full blown
Cody. It could have been WWE.
They was all for Cody. They was all for Cody.
It could have been WWE production.
And I said that was Rocky fighting Drago, and the fans just went to Rocky. Scenario: Cody's next match or next big match is going to be in Puerto Rico against Brock Lesnar. Whoop his ass.
Who?
Brock, whoop his ass.
Oh, yeah.
Brock whoop Cody.
Brock's going to whoop Cody.
And win?
No, Cody going to lose.
That's what I'm saying.
Cody going to lose. Brock's going to win. And then his next feud, he's going to lose that too.
To who?
To whoever. Cody is going to have a crumbling effect in 2023. I say that why?
It's a bad idea, by the way.
Yeah.
Listen, he's going to go the Cena route. What happened to after when Cena lost to The Rock? Brock Lesnar came out the next night and whooped his fucking ass.
Yeah, but then Cena won at Backlash.
Yeah.
But the whole year, he lost. He lost everything.
He did. Yeah, that was the storyline, yeah.
Yeah, he lost everything. Until he won the Royal Rumble.
You're going to have him win the Rumble again?
Why not?
I mean, they've had three-peats,
Why not? Why not do that? And
then... As long as he comes in number one?
It don't matter. As long as he get the dub, it don't matter. Let him come in. Where's Rocky from?
Oh, my God, Dom. Really?
Where's Rocky from? Philadelphia. City of Brotherly Love. They give the underdogs, they give underdogs.
You're talking about Philadelphia, the one fucking place where they don't give a shit where you from.
It's a WrestleMania. They're gonna bring in people.
Why not? You could build that shit for a whole year, dog. Whole year.
Yo, Philadelphia is ridiculous. They like the heels.
They gonna love you or?
But that ties in with what I was gonna get
Dusty
to,
Rhodes.
right?
Yes. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Right. So this past week on A&E Biography was featuring Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream.
If you will, baby.
And believe it or not, that was our homework assignment on the It Doesn't Matter podcast. And I did watch it, and I didn't realize with commercials, it would have been 2 full hours.
Yeah, it would.
Holy smokes.
I hate that damn A&E app. It was like,
Yeah.
You want to watch interactive or you want to just watch the commercial?
Man,
I get to click on Cody Rhodes' cape.
I'm not waiting 3 minutes. Let me get this done with.
But watching the Dusty Rhodes biography, among the many things involved in that episode was basically the storyline for the next year was Dusty Rhodes kept losing.
Yep.
What? Kept losing. I said he kept losing. What? I said he kept losing.
Chasing.
They're going to do that with Cody Rhodes. Just like Dom said just a moments ago.
History repeats itself all over again.
So Cody is going to headline again. And
exactly.
So long term.
See that SummerSlam.
It's so crazy to see that Cody is really
they're picking him, right?
No, the new version of Dusty.
Cody is Dusty. Cody is
Dusty.
Yes.
100.
They're just echoing.
No, but like if you think about it, they basically they repeated history all over again. They were in WWE. They left. They started a new company. Helped build up a couple guys.
Well, WWE always repeats history. I mean, think about this. All right, so as many times as Austin and Rock face each other at WrestleMania, and as many times, well, just the 2 times, but Austin,
3 times.
John Cena and The Rock face each other 2 times. You're like, oh, yeah, once in a lifetime again.
Oh, Austin. Cena.
Listen, they planned that with
Rock and Cena.
Ultimate Warrior and Hogan. That was supposed to be WrestleMania 7, the rematch. They're supposed to do it with Shawn and Brett, WrestleMania 13. This is what they do. They repeat the matches the next year, or so WWEF has always done this, and they're gonna do it again.
Unless you're Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
I seen something earlier.
Cody's gonna lose a
seen
smile.
something earlier today. So every time Shawn Michaels was getting ready to lose the title for the Intercontinental title, he always get injured or something fucked up after him.
But just thinking about it, Cody is really like this modern day Dusty. He was in WWE. He did his time, left, came back, started a new company, helped build up a couple guys.
Cody's the man.
He's gonna be Dusty. He's
Cody's
gonna be the guy coaching the guys coming up.
I heard he might play Johnny Cage in the new Mortal Kombat movie.
Man, I don't care who he plays.
Cody's the man.
He's got his hand on a lot of guys that we're looking at right now, especially in AEW.
Looking at my notes.
All right.
I see you.
MJF.
So what you got?
The new Ric Flair.
What's up next, Dom, baby?
All right, so Dusty Rhodes was a good ass guy. It seemed like I never heard a negative thing about Dusty Rhodes.
No.
Not a damn thing about Dusty Rhodes.
I felt bad
the
about
only thing is
I mean,
that lifestyle, you being a wrestler, he couldn't be there for his first 2 kids, but
that's how it is, though. I'm sorry.
That's why he was the best grandfather. That's why Teal and Cody is, they have that good relationship.
The Slammy Award for Best Grandfather goes to
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
So since you just mentioned Vincent Kennedy McMahon, my next topic was the greatest wrestling family of all time. I told you everything was going to segue. Yeah, there's more than one.
The greatest wrestling family?
Greatest wrestling family?
It'd be the NOYE family, because they had, Wild Samoans, I don't know how you say it right, till today. They're the greatest wrestling family. I mean, you had the, back in the pre-Golden era.
Yoko.
You mentioned Yoko.
Shout out to 9-5.
Stone Cold.
The Wild Samoans.
Yep.
I mean, huge for their era.
Peter Maivia. Well, that's
before
the whole Samoan dynasty, basically.
And to Yokozuna headlining a couple
9 and 10,
headlining that, to Rikishi killing it,
yep,
to the Usos and the Bloodline and Roman Reigns and the Rock by a distance. So I would say, in wrestling, because you want to talk about the McMahon family, call that the management side.
Yeah, that's management.
But
I don't count that.
You want
about talent?
Yeah.
The NOYE family. You want to talk about the Hart family? You mean the Hart family or the lineage with the Bulldog?
I gotta go with the Rhodes.
I'm
going with the Rhodes. They have their hands on so much talent right now. Dusty alone. You got Becky. You got Seth.
It's got that good sperm. Julius Smokes loves that.
You got Sammy. You got KO.
The whole NXT crowd.
Okay, yeah.
Right there. Yeah, you got that.
Yeah, he basically had his hand on all the guys we're watching right now.
Yeah, but you could say that
he's got MJF. I don't know about the Bucks and all that.
I mean, you could say that about Jim Cornette and OVW.
Yeah.
Lesnar, Batista, Cena, Orton.
Now, but we're talking about blood.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
You're talking about bloodline, basically, like generations.
Blood.
Yeah.
Like the Guerreros. I can't. Yeah, you can say Mysterios.
Yeah.
You can say Mysterios. The
Armstrongs. The Guerreros, the Hearts.
Armstrongs.
Armstrong.
Well, they're not really real blood, though.
Who?
The Armstrong.
Yeah, they are
Don't
brothers.
snicker at the Armstrongs.
Brad, Road Dogg.
Oh no, yeah, I'm thinking about
This is from
Anderson,
WCW
Anderson.
Pro. Scott Armstrong going up to the camera saying, Armstrong.
Oh, Road Dogg, maybe.
Road Dogg, the best one. So,
Yeah, so I mean, I hate to say
I
it.
take Armstrong out, but I don't know. It's either between
Between the Rhodes and
the Whiteys.
Yeah.
The Rhodes is easier to count because there's only 3 guys.
Yeah, but you gotta also talk about all the influence they had on all the wrestlers right now too.
Yeah.
You think about it. Hulk
I mean,
Hogan wanted
if
to
you want
emulate Dusty at all times.
Actually, you're right.
said
Yeah,
that.
Dusty was very influential to not only the NXT from 2013, 2012. He was also influential to superstar Billy Graham and Hulk Hogan.
He helped build up
and
Ric
Ric Flair. So, yeah, Dusty Rhodes, huge influence throughout the years.
Two of the greatest wrestlers of all time were influenced by Dusty.
Yeah. So
That says a lot.
It does. A lot of the legacy for Dusty Rhodes over the years was, the Dusty finish. That was
I know.
and being like kind of a cartoon. I mean, when I got into wrestling, Dusty was the commentator, a cartoon commentator. They be clobbering the Nasty Boys and the Road Warriors. They be clobbering each other. That's how I.
Welcome to WCW, home where the big boys play.
That's how I remember Dusty.
Worst thing ever, him joining the NWO. I think
That made no sense.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, they just killed the NWO by then.
All right. That's the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. That's Cody Rhodes. What else we got going on there, Mr.
What's
Williams?
going on?
Yeah.
CM Punk.
Puke. CM Punk.
CM Punk.
On his way back,
He
maybe.
is on his
No,
way
he's
back,
on his way back.
But he has some heat with the boys and the girls in the locker room, and Punk is all about controversy. Dude, it's a business, man. Get over your shit. Get over your ego. Make this money. Do some good entertainment.
I agree.
Do the damn thing. Like, he's going to have a personal sit down with Jericho, Tony Khan, I think the Bucks, and Kenny. Like, fuck all that. Tony, step your ass up and make that move.
That's not how
Make that move.
bosses do things.
I mean,
Don't delegate the shit to somebody else.
What do you think about CM Punk coming back potentially to All Elite?
if it's gonna make money, I'm all for it.
Exactly. And you know what? They got a big Wembley show coming in August?
I think CM Punk. I think absolutely CM Punk should come back because he is valuable. I think he should make an apology publicly on Dynamite to the whether he believes it or not.
Don't even make it don't make it public.
So for
make it a
No, I
story.
would. I
Make
would.
it part of the story.
So for everybody that don't know, CM Punk, after he won, was it Double or Nothing, All In,
Went into business for himself.
whatever it was, he went to business for himself. He started talking shit about
the Bucks, basically.
He
and-
started
Adam
talking
Page.
about,
All the EVPs.
about his job, basically.
Yeah.
But you don't talk shit about your job on social media on that platform like
No.
that, because that shit could fuck you in the ass, no homo.
But that's how it always is, though.
That's how it is. Like, you don't do that shit.
No.
Like, we can't do that shit. We do that, and
we got young guys underneath us that we like, yo, do this and this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
They don't listen.
They don't listen, and then
Until it happens.
This man got aired everybody's grievance out.
Yeah,
you
you
don't
don't
do
do
that.
that.
You
No.
don't do that on any camera, any platform, anything like that.
I agree.
So
Like, as a man, you keep that behind closed doors.
Yeah,
like,
for
yo,
real.
you
But
and me, we gotta talk. We gotta agree.
He brought it out publicly, therefore he should apologize in public.
You know what? I agree then.
And if he does that,
okay, I agree. He should do that in public, but don't have him do it in Chicago.
No, yeah.
No, because they kept saying his return date is going to be in Chicago. Nah, fuck that. You go to the Bucks territory or you go to Canada, some shit like that. Let him do that apology.
Yes.
I think if he does come back, you're right, in Chicago, if he does make his return in Chicago, he can come out. He doesn't have to say anything. He can just be like, I'm back, drop the mic, celebrate in the ring, blah, blah, blah.
Yo, don't
but then
do that.
the
That's
next week he
that's
can
a
do
cheap
it.
fucking pop. Like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm home. No.
You don't do it.
You go where it's most hostile.
Where would
That way
be?
they know, like, you're serious.
I don't know, but you go to either Bucks territory, California, or matter of fact, it's biased right now. So everybody likes everybody. So they're really making every single town except for Chicago. That's it.
I agree.
It would be great if the Chicago turn on him.
That ain't happening.
No way.
May not be likely.
That ain't happening.
That's
Edge got brewed in Toronto, did he not?
Or if he want to make it a work, do it
Go heel.
in Chicago and
Go
turn
heel.
heel.
Oh, man.
Start talking.
Blackhawks suck.
He got shit tattooed. Nah, he ain't doing that.
No way.
I like Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but
No way.
anyways, Punk, just do your business. Wembley.
Well,
Let's finally get Kenny in the Bucks versus FTR and CM Punk.
I think part of doing business, the right business, would do the public apology, whether he personally believes or not. But that could be part of his character, that he does apologize to the fans, to the roster. Not, you don't have to go in particulars, but he should do that and then build some confidence with the fans back again. That's what I think.
Does AEW have any characters?
Characters?
You just said he should do it for his character.
Oh, yeah.
What character is in AEW?
Everybody. Hook. He's just a dude. He's a young kid. Learned from his father how to be a amateur-style wrestler. That's his character.
I don't know about that because...
Best friends. They're best friends. Orange Cassidy. He's just a guy he doesn't care about much.
Orange Cassidy's about the only character they have right now. Yeah. And Malachi.
Yeah, and Hook
Malachi, the House of Black.
And Hook was cheesing the other day when Jeff Hardy came out, so I don't know what his character is. Like, what, Jeff Hardy?
Jeff Hardy?
Yeah, when Jeff Hardy
He's a fucking Hardy boy. That's his gimmick, okay?
Come on, man.
I'm talking about Hook. Like, he was cheesing when Hardy came in the ring. Like,
come on, man.
What's his character?
Jeff Hardy's like... He's like our Shawn Michaels of our era.
Nah, I was talking about Hook, not Jeff Hardy.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, like, there's no character in AEW. I think everybody is there.
He's the young guy. He keeps to himself, and he kicks butt. That's his character.
How do you feel about Jeff Hardy coming back?
I'm happy for Jeff. I wanted Jeff to come back.
Me too.
Jeff, stay clean, man.
Me too, man.
Like, I know it's hard to overcome your demons, but, this is your last ride, man.
Please.
Like,
Jeff Hardy and Jimmy Uso, sober coin on a pole match.
God damn.
Forgot about Jay.
No. He's main event, so.
Main event. I don't know, but Jimmy, he's been doing a lot more talking, so don't sleep. I told you that shit before. I said, don't worry, he might be the one that mess up the crack of the bloodline.
Nah, it's gonna be Solo, Samoa and Spike.
Yeah, Solo talk. He said,
I don't like this. I mean, I get it. I don't really like the Samoan Spike. It's good as an additional finisher. I like the spinning solo.
You don't like Samoa Spike? That shit had Matt Riddle out for 4 months.
I like the spinning solo. Well, that's all I can say. I like the spinning solo. So, freaking Solo Sikoa has been main event like every freaking show for the past 3 weeks.
I've noticed that too.
Because they are building
I thought watching SmackDown last night was like, man, they either giving the roster a break or everyone's hurt because they had freaking LA Knight, and Xavier Woods going at it for a while, and they had Madcap and Nakamura going at it for a while. They had another match that took some good amount of TV time, and that's cool. I dig that. Get the roster out there. Show more of your roster before the draft, of course.
Yeah, so we have a draft coming soon. A lot of rumors.
It doesn't mean a damn thing.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what the draft is because it doesn't mean anything since like 2016.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I thought about it. Remember the name Gable Stevenson?
Yeah, there's some controversy, I guess.
That man been drafted in
like
2020 and he's still ain't show up yet.
Supposedly he has some controversies going on from like college days. That's why
Jason Jordan with credentials.
Oh, jeez.
Controversy create cash.
And his brother's probably better than he is.
Oh, shit.
Chad Gable and Otis, they're going to split.
Of course.
I'm calling that. Thank you. I'm calling that. I'm calling Montez and Angelo, they're going to split. Damage Control, done.
Oh, yeah. EO.
Wow, for the draft. Yeah.
Who else do we got? Curveball. Usos.
They're going to split the Usos?
Usos, that's what I'm saying.
It's going to be
They're not going to split those
Devon.
up. There ain't no way.
Why not?
They're not going to split them up. Not with this storyline. Hell no. Crazy. You've been drinking too much freaking IPA.
Broken Skull IPA. What?
Why not?
What?
Why? You can't see them break up?
No. Hell no.
You can't have all the bloodline run the show?
It's possible.
It's possible, but they're not going to split them up.
They're already 9-time tag champs.
Okay.
I want to do my solo thing. We did it.
Who's going to be Solo?
It's
Only Solo?
They have Solo. A Solo. Sokoa, that is.
That's the only Solo right there.
How many times can be tag team champion, my brother? If I'm going to be tag team champion, all right, let's go. Let's go somewhere else.
AEW.
Imagine that.
Exactly. Like, How many times? Like
they ain't going over there though.
So what are you gonna do? Who's like
the storyline's just built for them to?
Oh yeah, it's gonna crumble soon. It's gonna happen.
But they're still gonna stay together though.
So you never know. You never know.
The thing I don't know is what's your next question? You got another one?
The next question is it doesn't want my next question is because I don't have no more questions.
Son of a biscuit.
God damn, man.
I am good. I told you I had about 8. Ocho.
I wasn't counting. I wasn't counting you. We do have a viewer question. If you could change any wrestler's current storyline right now, who would you change? If you just have total autonomy, just pick any storyline, any company, and what would you do to swap it around a little bit?
I have to think about that real quick.
All right, Well,
what would you say?
I'd have Cody Rhodes win the damn title at WrestleMania. That's what I would do. End the story there, man. But now that we know more about it, like it's going to continue to next year. It's like, okay, I think you lose the luster because it was so strong. But can they build it back up? That's the challenge. That's the next story. We failed, but can we get back there?
They didn't fail.
Man,
they didn't fail.
I don't know if you're ever gonna get anything that hot, man.
Yeah.
I said this shit last week. I said it. Cody came back at the WrestleMania, beat Seth Rollins 3 times. Hell, he beat Seth Rollins 4 times. Remember that in the A&E finish? I forgot. That crossroad he gave Seth Rollins for the Shield versus him and his brother. Oh my God, that shit was amazing.
Yeah.
But anyways, he fought this dude 3 times, beat him, injured, came back, handful of matches. It's not his time. Like I was telling Abel before off camera, Mortal Kombat Tower, work your way up the ranks.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to do. It's too soon for
Well,
Cody.
then he's got to beat Brock.
So who's his Goro?
Brock. Start from the top down.
Brock.
You gonna have Goro and then Goro.
Brock, Gunther, Lashley,
Sheesh.
Madcap Moss.
Man, don't start with that shit.
That's how you should start with, Madcap Moss.
Oh man, but nah.
Maybe that's Nakamura's Mortal Kombat Tower.
Oh.
Since I mentioned his name, Seth Rollins. I heard he walked out this past week.
There's a lot of controversy going on. I guess Bayley wants her.
Was Bayley really leaving WWE? No.
She ain't leaving.
Exactly. So Seth walking out.
He probably just want to take care of his
lost track
daughter.
of time.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Travel issues.
Was it really travel issues for Matt Riddle and
Storyline?
They came sprinting back.
Sure.
It could have been story.
Sure.
No big deal.
Weather's changing a lot,
That's funny.
Delayed.
That is funny.
Oh.
But it is what it is. And you know what? It doesn't matter because we're going to bring it next week. Guys, this is episode 10. Thank you again. Thank you for supporting us. We will be back next week with some more content. Until then, I am Dom. He is
John Lee.
And I'm Abel Guzman.
It
doesn't matter.
You're not going to call yourself what you said before camera?
What's your favorite character, brother?
Dominican Papi Platano, whatever you call yourself.
We can't say it the same way you can. So
I am Papi Platano.
Yeah, Papi Platano.
Papi Platano.
Once I got my Rhea shirt, it'd be all Mami Mangu.
I don't know if anyone ever want the Mongoose, but anyway, it doesn't matter if y'all want it or not. You guys, have a good night.